Well, good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And you can see there in the snow some wabbit tracks. Well, it's not necessarily a wabbit, it's a hare apparently, but anyway, fairly big feet on them. Now, kind of see there in the corner a few things are starting to grow. Over here, more things growing. I don't think any of my old potatoes grew yet. Yes, that might be the last year for them. Anyway. Yeah, the other thing I guess is I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago in a video that I might take the snowblower out or the loader, or just do it with the shovel there and move all the snow that was here. Well, the snow removed itself, so that's good. Nice and slow melt, no problems that way, so that's good. And I'd say by the end of this week we're supposed to get up to warmer temperatures, plus 10 Celsius, around 50 degrees. And there's the wabbit tracks there again. And yeah, it's going to be melting this weekend. Yeah, there were wabbities around quite a bit here for some reason. Anyway, we're going to go in the garage here and I'm going to do a video on the wood splitting on my 5-ton electric wood splitter. A couple of things I just want to mention, I guess, so let's get at that. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of splitting here. I need some kindling, so thought I'd do some splitting with the 5-ton electric wood splitter. And I probably said it before, but if you're doing firewood and you burn wood yourself or something, well, these are some handy. You can use them indoors, you can use them outdoors, you can plug them into 110 outlet. So that means you could run a generator to run one of these, which my son and I did. We had 2 of these hooked up to one generator back in Hurricane Fiona time. He had no power for 15 days, and we were right at that point of time in the year that's where we normally do our wood splitting. So, and at that time we didn't have the 224 case hooked up to the hydraulic homemade splitter, so we were using these to do all our wood, which is hardwood and softwood, and a lot of hardwood. And my son and myself and my sister-in-law, we burn about 8 cords a year, so that's what these were doing, both of them, his and mine. Sometimes just mine, sometimes just his. But anyway, they're a great machine. The other thing you can do with them is, I don't know if I can do it now or not, but I could do it a couple of years ago. I could pick it up and put it in the back of my truck and go with it. And then just put my tailgate down and have my tailgate right here like this and have the wood splitter sitting right there. And it was nice height to work off of. And you just needed the cord to plug it in, or like I say, a generator. Now a lot of people are using those, what do you call them? They're Bluetti battery packs and solar powered charging system things, and I'm kind of wondering if one of those would run one of these. That's what I don't know. So this one here has 120 volts. It's 1 3/4 horsepower, 15 amps, 60 hertz. So I don't know if somebody could figure that out and let me know what if one of those things would work it or not, or just for entertainment, because I don't have any of those kind of electric battery packs and things like that. So, but I am curious. Anyway, these are a great rig, and they come in many different colors and name brands, but they're basically all the same. And I've had this one, I guess, maybe 5 or 6 years, I think. And I bought it used. It was pretty near brand new when I bought it. The fellow that sold it to me, the sticker was still on the beam here. He only used it maybe once or twice. Anyway, it's worked great for me. And I know different people that have them on YouTube and on channels that I follow, and they like them too. They're a handy tool. Wood splitting, kindling, splitting. I even got I know I shouldn't show this, I guess, but if I can find it. Oh yeah, there we go. Now don't do what I do. I'm kind of foolish. So I made up this thing that I can rig up and set on here, and I can crush pop cans with it. Don't do what I do. Anyway, she's quite a machine. It's just one of those tools for doing woodwork that's, holy cats, they're some handy, these things. Canadian Tire sells this Yardworks type, so. Now, like with any wood splitter, there are dangers, and I'm not the safest person in the world. I use this block here, because this pusher only goes to here, and you really sometimes need it to be going to there. So I put a block in here, and that's what gets it so I can split the wood more apart so you can get it apart. Of course, that's a no-no, I would say, because it could flip out and come across at you. But I've never really, maybe once or twice something like that's happened, but it's very rare that happens. The thing I'm more concerned with is, and anybody that has split wood for a while knows that if you get certain types of wood and certain drynesses, and I don't know all the ins and outs about that, but they can get up into here, and then they can just go pop. It's just like a cannonball coming out of a cannon shot. And man, oh man, them things just go flying. So it's best to, and this is why they make these things like this. It's best you have a handle for your hydraulics back here, and you got your switch here. So you're standing back, basically out of the way of anything that's going to go flying this way, which I had many, and hit the cupboard just below you. And it doesn't matter what kind of a wood splitter. It could be one like this, or it could be a commercial 40-ton, $40,000 wood splitter. If you get the right type of conditions, the wood can just go pop, and just like a shot coming out of a cannon. And if you're standing in the way, you're going to be hurt. And that's just all there is to it. Now, on my case that's sitting over there that I hooked to my hydraulic wood splitter, I even have seen it's set up the same way. It's got the wedge at this end. It's got the pusher back here. And I've seen wood pop and just go like a shot out straight out the back that way. And I've seen it go, when they do that, they can go about 10 feet or more. And if you were standing there and you had a normal size split piece that's twice the size of that, and it could be softwood or hardwood, and you get one of those drove into you, you'll be hurt. Anyway, these they can split and they will pop, and boy oh boy, they travel. Now the reason why I have this here is because of that reason of traveling. I have had these split here, and I'll go over here and show you where I'm going to stand. And most of you know Sir Dave's favorite tractor normally sits right here, and it's got the cab on it that Dave likes. So I have seen pieces come off of that wood splitter there, split and snap apart, and come over and hit the cab on this tractor over here. And it would do so with such force that I would actually come over and see if it did any damage. So you're looking at a good 10 feet right there. And if the cab hadn't been here, it probably would have went right into the shelving here. So that's what can happen with the wood when you're splitting it. You gotta be careful. And things happen, and you're gonna get hurt doing woodwork, and that's about the size of it. But anyway, this little thing here stops that wood from shooting over that way. And by standing back here and operating it the way you're supposed to, anything that snaps apart here will go by you. Yeah, so anyway, like I am doing things that I shouldn't be doing here. I use that. Like I say, I haven't had too much trouble with that. I have different length ones too, but just depending on what you're doing and what you want to get split. I rarely use the other ones. This one is my main one. So we'll do a couple here and we'll see how it works. They're a great thing, boys, I'll tell you. This one is not cooperating too well. It's kind of rotten, I guess. So when they're rotten, they don't split very well. Let's try this side. There. That one is rotten. Anyway, it'll burn. That's for sure. Now you see that how it popped? And it kind of went that way. That's what I mean about these things. These can, like I say, I've seen them pop here and just shoot that way at least 10 feet. So I guess the rule of thumb is with these, or any wood splitter, is don't have anybody standing back where the wood is, or up in front over here. Just stay away from this area out. Always stand behind the wood splitter. Anyway, like I say, I'm not Mr. Safety. I just from what I've seen, and we certainly don't want anybody to get hurt with doing wood splitting, that's for sure. Because you just never know where you could get hurt or hit too. You're hitting your head, and you're going to be hurt for sure. And yeah, dandy machines, but you got to be careful with them. have this here so the wood doesn't fall down in behind and get hard to get to. Well, I'm sure as other people have other thoughts about safety on these things, and if you have any, put them in the comments. Anyway, there's some stuff. I'm going to do some more, and I'll probably shut you off there. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that stuff. Like I say, I'm not Mr. Safety, so it's just things that I've seen. Anybody that has split wood for any amount of time certainly knows about the wood splitting or going this way. And like I say, that's why I have this, so it doesn't hit Sir Dave's favorite tractor. We don't want to damage the cab, you know. So, oh dear. Anyway, so the other video I might do today is I'm going to get back at the spindle and the case mowing deck that's right there. See what I can get done with that. So, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. And if you don't have one of those, it's something you should look into. It's not all that expensive either, brand new, really. Not too bad at all. Okay. Goodbye now.